Hey, this is Michael and welcome back to me and Paul's channel. We're so excited to have you here. Before we dive into this video, I want to make sure you subscribe to our channel because we have new videos coming out every week, and to turn on the bell so you get notified and don't miss any of these new real estate investing videos. We talk about buying real estate, selling real estate, and all the strategies we use, like virtual wholesaling, buying and managing rental properties, renovation projects, private lending, and owner financing. We buy primarily through online auctions from wholesalers and off the MLS, and we've purchased in 44 states. With that said, I'm going to dive into today's video. And, I see newer investors always looking for ways and asking the question on different forums on how to build massive cash buyers lists. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 34 ways on how to build a massive cash buyers list to sell your wholesale deals. So again, this is the blueprint or kind of checklist we use to how we built our buyers list. We buy houses nationwide and sell our houses in days in new markets with zero cash buyers all the time. So you don't need a massive real estate cash buyers list to get started in real estate wholesaling, but it is a good business to build a list of real estate cash buyers to market your properties to more people, which will lead to more offers and get your houses sold faster and maybe even possibly a bidding war. For us, we use these 34 ways to build a large cash buyers list. We let our cash buyers list know that we are also looking to buy more houses to keep as rentals or renovation projects. So for me, a cash buyers list is a great asset, and it's essentially a lead source to buy more houses too. And there are three ways you could build a list: online, offline, and in person. But before we dive into that, I want to talk about how you could capture cash buyer leads online 24/7. And there are essentially two ways that you could do this: through a lead capturing website or like a squeeze page with an irresistible offer. You essentially want someone to basically fill out first name, last name, email, phone number. And for me, since I'm nationwide, I ask them which state they purchase in, and then they sign up. And that essentially goes to a database where they'll just add to your cash buyers list. And then when you get future deals to sell in a certain state, it would email all those people that pick from me, for instance, Texas or Pennsylvania or Jersey. So you need some kind of a system, like a database, to capture all this stuff going forward. That way you could do mass email blast going forward when you do get a property under contract. So now let's talk about the ways to find, the online ways to find real estate cash buyers. So we already know that you need a website to easily capture this data and create a list. And so how do you drive people to your lead capturing website? And here I'm going to go over the next few slides some online ways to do it. First is podcasts. So if you're already a real estate investor, get on other real estate investor podcasts or agents even. Direct people to your website and you can create your own podcast show. And this will create exposure and add credibility to your marketing. The second one is videos and blogs. You could create videos and blogs based on keywords that people search. For example, investment property for sale. And at the end of your article or video, the call to action would be to join your cash buyers list. Another way to do it is real estate forums. You can find real estate cash buyers on, for example, Bigger Pockets and other real estate investor forums. In Bigger Pockets Marketplace, you can create ads for cash buyers. You can network and connect with other real estate investors and add them to your cash buyers list, or have them sign up via your website. You can post your wholesale property deals on these real estate forums as well. Social media. You can find real estate cash buyers on Facebook and LinkedIn pretty easily. You can contact them and add them to your cash buyers list, or have them sign up via your website. You could post your wholesale deals and rehab homes for sale on all your social media sites. Maybe start off by briefly introducing yourself to the group or an individual if you join a group, and ask real estate investors where they invest, what they buy, what type of investor are they, etc. Then ask them to join your buyers list. So more granular examples than just high-level social media is on Facebook, you have Marketplace. This is a great place to post your homes for sale. It's almost overtaking Craigslist, which we'll cover in a bit. Facebook groups is another great example. Search Facebook for like local real estate groups. There are plenty of real estate cash buyers looking for wholesale deals. So you could ask people to join your buyers list or post your wholesale deals on these sites. So if you're an investor in Pittsburgh, I'm sure there's plenty of local, Pittsburgh real estate investor Facebook groups that you could join. Same goes with LinkedIn. There's, they're full of real estate cash buyers, and you can search for real estate investor groups and then join these groups on LinkedIn as well. So these are a few good examples of different social media tools that you could use to find ways to build your cash buyers list. Another example is post ads on Craigslist. You can post ads for cash home buyers in the real estate services and real estate wanted sections of Craigslist. You want to use the same marketing techniques I teach. I call them the 5 M's of marketing when creating and posting Craigslist ads to sell your houses. You could also search on Craigslist, kind of be more proactive instead of just posting. You could search for real estate cash buyers on Craigslist in the sections such as real estate wanted, real estate services, and real estate for sale by owner. Gather their contact information, and once you have a property, you could contact the cash buyer. Post your homes for sale on tons of different sites if you have a wholesale deal already. The best way to build your cash buyers list online is, I think by posting a great house deal on Craigslist, for example, the real estate for sale by owner section, or Zillow, or Facebook Marketplace, or other real estate investor forums. If it is a deal, then the cash buyers will be calling you. You'll get all their info, add them to your cash buyers list, and you could also create a call to action in your ad to have them sign up for your cash buyers list to be notified of future deals if this house isn't for them. Google, huge. It's a search, I would search for common investor keywords, and then, pick up the phone and call them, or, enter their contact information into a database. So for example, run a search for we buy houses, what city, area, or county or state that you're buying in. Another example is, sell house fast, and add again the city or area or county after that keyword search. GoSection8.com is another good example. This is where landlords list their Section 8 properties for rent. You could search in your city or county, and you'll have a list of properties with a person's name and phone number. So you could call these people and ask them if they're interested in purchasing your property for sale and add them to your cash buyers list. Google AdWords. So this is more of a pay-per-click. So Google's pay-per-click marketing can, absolutely be one of the most effective and fastest ways to get your offer in front of a lot of people, but could also cost you a lot of money if you're not careful. So take the time to educate yourself, do some trial and error before you have some success probably with that Google AdWords. So first you'll need to learn, how Google AdWords work. There's plenty of free and paid online training. And then you want to determine the keyword phrases and geographical areas you want your paid ad to show up for. You need a good headline and a sub-headline to capture someone's attention. And then once they click, they'll need to go to your lead capture website where they can sign up for your real estate cash buyers list. Facebook ads is like Google. Facebook ads are pay-per-click, but one of the biggest benefits Facebook has over Google is how granular and specific you can get drilling into specific types of people with your ad. There's location specific and interest specific. Location specific is for example, people within a 10-mile radius around you. Interest specific searches is if someone likes real estate investing books or part of a specific Facebook group. You need a good headline and sub-headline to capture someone's attention. And again, once they click, they'll go to your lead capture website where they can sign up for real estate cash buyers list. The next two are from the MLS. First, when running comps on properties. Look for the properties that sold for cash, and then copy the address and paste into a file. Later, you could look up the address and find the entity or person. And if their mailing address is different than the subject property, this is most likely a real estate cash buyer. The second way on the MLS to do this is check out the recent cash sales in your area. So search for all the sold or closed deals in the last 6 to 12 months where the financing type was cash. If they are not owner occupant, so that's, for example, mailing address is different from the property address, then they are real estate cash buyers. If you see multiple cash buyers, these are obviously kind of big time real estate investors that you want to add to your list because they're continuously buying properties. And then the last one on the online ways to find real estate cash buyers is HUD Home Store. HUDHomestore.com is a place, we and other real estate investors bid on HUD houses to buy. However, if you select bid results. You can sort by purchasers type equals INV, which is short for investor. So these are all the real estate investors then you're sorting on. And you can gather the property address in each investor sale into a spreadsheet and then check the address in the public records to get the investor's name and mailing address. This may take a few weeks or a few months after the sale for the county website to show the new deed with the new owner's info. So it's not instantaneously. And again, this wraps up our online marketing for cash buyers section. Next, I'm going to cover offline marketing to build your cash buyers list. So the second way to build your cash buyers list is via offline marketing. So let's learn some offline marketing techniques to increase your buyers list. First one is local radio or TV ads. I don't do this recently, but I know others that have, and it works. My radio equivalent is my podcast show. So me and Paul have been on some shows with many listeners, and after the show, they called or emailed us after the podcast. Same goes for if you're buying a lot locally in a certain market, it may make sense to purchase local TV and radio ads. Another example is newspapers or newsletter advertisements. Posting an ad in a local newspaper or local RIA newsletter are great ways to find buyers, especially if you're in a rural market. You could also sponsor a RIA event or a meetup group. Mailing list. You could purchase different lists such as an out-of-area owners or cash buyers list. Then you mail a letter or postcard to a recent cash buyer or an out-of-area owner with multiple properties in your area. You can mail them a property you have for sale and let them know you have future house deals coming as well. And when marketing your current property for sale, make sure you tell people to join your cash buyers list, like in a PS or on the other side of the card if you're using postcard. It's a great way, and I see it in my own marketing when I'm sending out a postcard with one of my properties for sale. I kind of let them know that this house isn't for you. I got other future deals come and sign up to my buyers list as like a second call to action. And I see a huge spike in buyers or my buyers list after sending out a bunch of postcards usually. The next one is driving for buyers. If you're driving around and see a dumpster and a contractor trucks on a property, then take the address down and later check online if the investor recently bought the house. You can add them to your list. You can post bandit signs. When you have a property under contract, placing signs on the property and in the neighborhood of the property will always get the phone ringing. Some of the calls will be new cash buyers. So call bandit signs. If you're driving around again and you see other, we buy houses bandit signs, most of them will be real estate wholesalers, but some of them wholesale and actually buy houses as well. So it's another way to network and add buyers to your buyers list. And then what are the in-person ways now to find real estate cash buyers? First one is local RIA. You can attend local RIAs to network with other real estate investors. So I recommend you join your local RIA. If you need to find out where one is in your area, Google RIA and your area. A list will come up. This is at these meetings, there's a broad spectrum of investors at the main meetings. You'll meet people that have never done a deal to people that have been doing real estate for 40 plus years. I've bought and sold houses with many people from my local RIA. Before you attend any networking event, I recommend you have goals. So for example, I want to meet at least 7 active cash buyers tonight and add them to my list. With anything in business, you need goals. If you have experience in real estate investing and a good story that can educate people, ask to speak at a RIA main event or subgroup. That'll get you a lot of exposure quickly as well. Another one is meetup.com. There are other real estate meetings in your area in addition to these RIAs. I used meetup.com to find them. Just search real estate investing in your city and state, and you can search within 25, 50 miles, and you can find other meetings to attend. And other ways that I've networked with folks in other industries, for example, are self-direct IRA meetings, accountants, and B&I networking events. For example, the self-direct IRA meetings, you have a lot of people with money, and they're looking to buy more deals with their retirement accounts. Some of them want to be private lenders. Other ones actually want to purchase rental properties with it. So again, great way to educate yourself too on what self-direct IRA is if you don't know already, and then to network with folks there. And then the other example would be closing attorney or title companies. You could contact title companies you use and see if they have any cash buyer clients that would be interested in your wholesale property. And to round out the top 34 ways to add cash buyers to your list, call for rent ads. I mentioned GoSection8.com earlier, and this is kind of the same tactic. Look at newspapers, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, etc. for properties that are for rent. Call these people and ask if they're interested in purchasing your property for sale and add them to your cash buyers list. Auctions. Each month or quarter, your local county will have sheriff sales, and annually or semi-annually, they'll have tax sales. A sheriff sale is a public auction, a sale of a property held by the sheriff pursuant to a writ of execution to seize and sell the property to satisfy a judgment after notice to the public. So the highest bidder is required to immediately submit 10% of the winning bid while at the auction. And so you're basically, if you got guys bidding at these auctions, they're big time players and they're cash buyers. So see who's bidding and network with them to find out where they buy and add them to your buyers list. And then to round out the last three here, join mastermind groups or coaching groups. Me and Paul wholesale nationwide, and we join kind of invitation only mastermind groups. We pay anywhere from $5,000 to $25,000 to join these, but they pay for themselves really quickly because we now have a great real estate network of buyers across the country throughout these different mastermind groups. Hard money lenders is another way. They advertise all the time at local networking events or real estate newsletters, or just Google search hard money lenders in your area. Call them or email them with your wholesale property. They will have cash buyer clients that will be interested. And then the last one is local real estate agents. This is easier to do if you purchased your wholesale property already and you still haven't found a buyer. But have your virtual assistant find all the local real estate agents and their contact info, and then email them your property for sale and tell them you'll pay 2 to 3% commission if they have a buyer. So this is how I find cash buyers nationwide and in new markets all the time. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, let me know which of these methods that you like the most in the comments below. And if you have ideas for future videos from us, feel free to share that as well, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thanks everyone, and have a great day.